You're watching the Times Record News Football Show.
Welcome back to Dallas Cowboys Breakdown. Jonathan Hull here with Andy Newberry, and getting ready for a Cowboys home game, which they hadn't had many of lately. And they come home 10-4. We would have never really thought it, and a lot of doubt creeps in, and then they've went and won 2 in a row on the road.
Yeah, and continuing that perfect road record this season, now 7-0 on the road on the season. No, I don't think anybody could have thought this. This is December. This is when the Cowboys are supposed to break down. This is playing on the road in the NFL, where it's supposed to be just incredibly tough to win, and Dallas has been a lot better on the road than they have been at home. In fact, you almost don't feel as good about them playing Indianapolis at home this week than you would maybe if they were playing in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing. Romo is so much better on the road this season. The team as a whole, they force more turnovers on the road. It's all the way around.
Yeah. There's been a lot of factors in that. You know, the first home loss was Romo rusty against the 49ers. And then, you know, they had the short week
with the Eagles
going into Thanksgiving where and then they had the Whedon start was at home.
That's right.
So, you know, that's 3 of the home losses right there that all kind of had some circumstances to them. But it's important to get a road win. To get a home win.
Yeah.
Overcome the home field disadvantage.
Yeah, and you shouldn't expect like the Colts to necessarily have the kind of fan presence that some of these other teams have had at Cowboy Stadium. Maybe I'm wrong there.
Probably would have been if they'd been the Manning Colts.
Yeah, it might have been also if the Cowboys were, say, 4-10 right now instead of 10-4.
So we're pretty close to Christmas. A lot of people who had these tickets are fans that this was their Christmas present or something.
Right.
I don't think that'll be a factor. I think Andrew Luck turning the ball over will be a factor. If he doesn't turn it over, Colts are really hard to beat. But he does throw a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, and of course then there's the other part of it. Will DeMarco Murray play? Had surgery on his hand on Monday, and he's right now they're listing him as doubtful, but everything that's coming out of Dallas, out of the Cowboys camp, says they're going to play. He's going to be on the field. The question is whether he can hold the ball tight enough.
That's kind of a question.
And that's a big question for him.
When he didn't have a broken left hand.
Yeah, when he didn't have a broken left hand, he was fumbling plenty.
So I thought that would be a Romo game last week, and it was. Romo and the receivers really stepped up. Terrence Williams didn't score the touchdowns, but I thought just by showing that he would come across the middle and make a couple of catches, I think that dictated some of the defense. You kind of think the running game will be okay without Murray.
I do, and the Colts, for one, are not very good against the run. They gave up a 200-yard game to Jonas Gray earlier this year. I think Joseph Randle has proved to be – I think he fits well behind that offensive line. Just his slashing style. He's a little bit more explosive than Murray, too, in the open field.
The Colts are a team that their stock has dropped with me. 5-6 weeks ago, I thought they were going to make a run at the AFC title. And I haven't been quite as impressed. I don't think it's a roster that's any better than Dallas's. And if Romo's the better quarterback Sunday, Dallas wins. The quarterback with fewer turnovers, I think, wins this game.
And Romo has not been turning the ball over, so could bode well for the Cowboys.